enemy has been discovered.
You tied a wire to Ace's neck, strung it over one of the ceiling grates, and then taped it to the ceiling fan using a step stool. And then... how would that have worked?
I used the broom. And, like a spool.
Ah, I think I understand. In order to lift Ace into the air, you turned on the fan and held up the handle end of the broom so that the fan would wrap the wire around the broom. When Ace was high enough, you yanked the broom out, releasing all the wire and causing Ace to fall. At least that was the plan. But seeing that the fan broke off, clearly it didn't work exactly like that.
Actually, Ace had woken up and was struggling, and that's why the fan broke off. I didn't really know what to do. But I think he hit his head again when he fell, because he was unconscious again. And then you know.
You didn't want to give up on your murder attempt just yet. So you tried to garrote him with the wire, right?
Yeah.
At that point, Eden and I showed up, and you had to give up completely on killing Ace. In the end, there were many pitfalls with that method of murder, and it failed to kill Ace. All you managed to do was to break the fan, make a mess of the gym, and give Ace some mild injuries. The culprit, Ace, decided to choose Arei as his victim when he overheard Arei comforting Eden. He was originally planning to kill Eden. However, when he learned that Arei was strongly motivated to prove herself to Eden, he realized he would be able to take advantage of that. He forged a letter from Eden, asking Arei to meet her at 7:30 a.m. in the playground, and slipped it under Arei's door sometime during the evening. Before official nighttime started, he filled some jugs with water from the relaxation room's pond and stored them somewhere. During that night, he began preparing for his murder. Ace specifically chose a method of murder that resembled the way Nico tried to murder him a few days ago, so he could pin the blame on Nico. He began by setting up a mechanism for drop hanging in the playground. He wrapped high-friction tape around the bars of the carousel to give it more friction. He took the stretch band he had and tied it around the bars to create a makeshift slingshot. Then, he tied Arei's rope, which he got from the storage, around a starched ball of old clothing and used his slingshot to launch it over one of the ceiling rafters. This took him a few tries, and he broke some of the lights in the process. He then tied one end of the rope to the carousel. Afterwards, he tied the other end of the rope into a noose after securing the water jugs through the rope. He tested this setup multiple times until he figured out the right length of rope to use. With this, his preparations were complete. Arei arrived at the playground at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, expecting Eden. But instead, she was ambushed by Ace, who strangled her until she passed out. He taped her wrists together and put her in the noose. He tied the rope to the carousel again to reduce the length of the free rope. Then, he started to hoist her body up by rotating the carousel. Once Arei reached the top, he released it. The rope unwinded quickly until it hit its end, which was shorter than it was before due to the knot that Ace tied. The jerking motion snapped Arei's neck and killed her. However, The water jugs did not hold up and broke, splashing water and fish everywhere. Ace then cut her free and shoved the excess rope under the spinner. He climbed on top of the swing set and tied the other end of the noose there to make it seem like Arei hung herself. He then removed the tape from her wrists, which left red marks. He tossed the fake note, tape, and broken water jugs into the trash. Finally, he left and went upstairs to meet everyone else in the movie screening room for the motive announcement. That sums up what you've done so far. Isn't that right? Ace Markey, the ultimate jockey.